Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy SoDebNair. I'm back with another video. First off, I want to say what's up to all my true viewers and hello to all the new viewers. First of all, guys, we have to start with this. If you want to join my crew, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, comment below if you feel any kind of way about anything that I'm talking about, and also like this video because we're about to get into it and I want to know what you guys think. So I'm gonna get into this Real Housewives of Atlanta, this sneak peek of what's going to happen tomorrow, and I really want to know what you guys think because I'm excited about this episode. I really haven't done anything with Housewives of Atlanta because it's been so boring. Have any of y'all feel like that? I mean, every time it comes, I turn it on before I go to, it's like a bedtime story. I'm like, and I wake up the next day and I see something like bits and pieces on social media, and I'm like, something happened because I missed it. But so let's get into it because this actual episode is coming on tomorrow. Looks like it's going to be spicy, it's going to be good, and so we've been waiting on. And shout out to Sidora because she's giving us what we need. Okay, and this is better than, to me, not Snake Game, but whatever's happening at Cynthia's bachelor party, because we really don't care, but whatever. So let's get into this sneak peek of what's going on for this week's episode. So what we see in this new preview is the ladies are on a bus. They're hot as hell. They are complaining about it. It's a mess. As a kid, my grandparents used to take us to Canada every year, and the bus trips were just horrific. None of us wanted to ride on that bus, but because it was family, we did it. So I feel the pressure of these girls or these ladies on this bus and how hot it is, how uncomfortable that it is. And they on like a party bus, so they have leg room, everything. But just imagine being on like a Greyhound bus with your family on it and hoping that no one has to sit next to you. So I understand the struggle of this party bus that they're on. So Portia exposes to the group that Kenya and Latoya are on a private jet. Sidora confirms that they're on the private jet, and the ladies are pretty pissed off about it, which it's almost like they're high class and the ladies on the bus are low class. And I would be pissed, and because I believe it was Portia who said that Farron had a private jet, and she offered to call Farron, but they told her no. So I would be pissed off about this as well. And the reason why Drew knows this is because Kenya told her this, but she also told her, don't tell anybody. Drew's really confused as like why the girls don't know. Portia is like, bitch, it's hot on this bus. Like, what the is going on? And Portia goes into how uncomfortable that it is, how they are living this luxurious life on this plane, and they trying to find a place to pee while they're on the bus. Marlo then exposes that Brooklyn is on the bus, which causes so much chaos, and which for me, I get it, but I also realize this. These ladies have family around, they have nannies, everything. Kenya is a single mother whose husband has, which I've learned today off of DJ Rich's Skies, I'll put his link down below, because Mark has already Mark posted that they are getting a divorce. Kenya doesn't really even have anyone to watch her baby at this point. So Brooklyn really didn't have a choice but to go. So these are things that, yes, they're probably pissed off about, but Kenya doesn't really have a babysitter, so I don't think Brooklyn really had a choice to go on this trip. Portia and Candy start kind of like going back and forth because Portia starts talking about how she cried that morning because she wanted to bring the baby. But again, PJ has Portia's mother, her sister, her father. PJ is she pretty much is like, she has a support system. I don't think that Kenya really has that. And Marlo actually confirms that Portia was really crying, so this was not a fake story. Portia was really upset that she could not bring PJ, but again, PJ does have a support system, so I get it, but I also feel like they have a place of privilege that Kenya just doesn't really have. And again, why would you want to bring a baby on a girls trip? Like, this is supposed to be a time where you let your hair down, you're free. We actually seen this on Housewives of Potomac where Ashley was going through this. And I mean, I guess I can compare Portia and Ashley together because this is their first baby. But this was a time where they got just get a little bit of free time, and they didn't have to have a baby around, which is a Portia and the girls' time. So I do understand why Portia's upset, but I also feel like Portia should kind of, I guess, enjoy this time for herself because you, as a single parent, you don't really get this much time by yourself. And again, maybe this is not even the same thing because Portia doesn't have that problem because she does have a support system who is baby PJ's support system. So if Portia does decide to take a trip, PJ can go to the mom, the sister, her dad, whoever is her support system. So, well, we also know that Shamia is on this trip. And again, like I said, I get it because Shamia is the first time mom, I believe. Candy, I really don't understand what her plight is because she's left Ace. She's left Ace before, so this shouldn't be a thing. And I realized that she has the surrogate, so I don't know if that's like a different situation where the bonding time needs to be there or whatever. But I mean, this is like a situation that we've had on the previous seasons with Candy where the kids don't feel like she's always being around. So I may understand Candy's position on this, but also again I really don't because again, if this isn't really important, like just stay home. Let's be realistic about this. King doesn't have the support system the rest of these girls have. So let's really think about this, guys. This is not a privileged moment. Kenya didn't have a choice but to bring the baby with her. All right. So then they posted a new one, which is the one I love. Shout out to Drew Sidora. Girl, if you watch this video, I need to do an interview with you because I love me some Drew Sidora. We need to talk about if her and Melanie are cool. I'm just playing. But I do love Drew Sidora, and I was waiting on her to bring out her personality on this show. So I'm glad that it's finally coming out because I really think that Drew has a lot to give. And I'm excited that we're going to get it now. Now, I don't know why it took 7 seasons for us to kind of get to this point, but I'm glad that we are finally getting it because, again, like I said, this has been very boring, this show has been. And I'm hoping that even with this, let's go here for a second. Even with this relationship with Kenya and LaToya Forever, I feel like Kenya's kind of vetting her to be the new her before she kind of, like, they fade her off of the show because we are going to need another Kenya more once Kenya leaves. And I think that Kenya's doing this the right way. I think a lot of people hate Kenya, but I think Kenya does what she has to do on this show to make sure that this works because we talked before on All About the Tea a while ago about Kenya and Nene Leakes about how the show's really kind of like being boring because Kenya has no one to spar with on this season because she can't really do a Portia because Portia might beat her ass. Cynthia can't do it. Candy's not gonna do it. And we don't know about the new girls, so we don't really know what their like staple moment is going to be on the show. But I've always felt like when I've seen Drew Sidora that she would kind of give the energy that we kind of need. I think that she took it slow when she first came on. She was like, this is my family. These are my issues that were going on. I don't think it should have taken 7 episodes for us to get to this part. But I'm glad that we're finally here because maybe the ratings will pick back up. Maybe there'll be some new things that we're going to get from these ladies and we'll figure out why, there's so much friction. But it's also going to be odd because Kenya and Candy are friends and LaToya and Candy are friends. So I understand why her and Kenya are friends. I want to find out how this is going to work out and what the dynamics are going to be within the groups because they're bringing their own personal friends into the group. So we're going to start seeing a lot more, I guess, since from this episode going forth. So let's get into the second teaser that they pulled up. Okay, so this next clip is about the fact that Portia brings up that Kenya and LaToya were talking about um, Drew's wig. Now, we have all been in COVID. We understand that we have not been able to go to barbershops, beauty salons, get our nails done, all these types of things. So Drew was like, this is my COVID hair. Like, bitch, deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I mean, I get it because we haven't really had an opportunity to be like, glam up ourselves during the pandemic. And it's still going on. I mean, honestly, I haven't really felt safe going to a barbershop. Luckily, my best friend cuts hair. And I'll make sure that I put down his information underneath this video. So if you're in Atlanta, check him out, and you can get yourself done. But it's not a whole like barbershop. So it's personal. I know he doesn't go anywhere, so I feel safe going to get my haircut from my friend. But I understood where Drew was coming from with this. Like, this is not a glam squad situation. We're in a pandemic. We don't want to get COVID. And if you've been through COVID, you understand why that is so serious. So I'm riding with Drew right now. I'm becoming a bigger fan of Drew at this point because, I was like LaToya forever. Like, at first, like, now you messed up Melanie and Derwin's relationship. But we're going to leave that alone because you're on Housewives of Atlanta. This is a real storyline. So I'm going to ride with you right now because she's giving me, and I think she's giving us, what we are expecting from this franchise of the Housewives. Now, Drew says that she just met LaToya one time, and which to all of us, I think we're like, why is she coming so hard for Drew? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, did Kenya tell you something that you don't like about her? Like, does Kenya have a personal issue with? Like, we're all trying to understand why she is having so many issues with Drew because Drew hasn't really even been around enough for her to have an issue with Drew. But she's like really going hard for Drew. They nicknamed her wig. And I can't remember what the name was. You can comment down below. Let me know if you guys remember what it was. But they nicknamed the wig that she had on. And these ladies have all had bad wigs. Even if we go back to the first season of this show. Every woman on this show has had bad wigs. And this is Drew's first season. So I'm not really like going to shame Drew because she had a bad wig. You know what I mean? Oh, then Drew says, what does she do again? And they bring up the fact that LaToya is a YouTuber now because I'm on YouTube. That is a job, Drew. So you can't push the fact that YouTube is not a job because we do get paid from doing YouTube. It may not be with what you get paid from doing whatever you do on the shows. And honestly, we haven't really seen Drew do a lot of stuff. So I think we're all having a moment like, no, this wasn't your thing to do this. Like, let's get into a few more movie roles, TV shows that are actually relevant, that we all know you from, before you downplay LaToya for having a YouTube role. Because honestly, Drew has been like a feature basically on the shows that we have seen her on, that we remember her from. Because I remember her from The Game. I remember her from Girlfriends, and that's pretty much it. And I mean, I love that she shunned Lynn when Lynn was trying out for that group on Girlfriends. She was like, "You old," like. So I mean, but the roles that I do remember Drew from them. I don't think she even had a name on that when she was on Girlfriends though. But honestly, like, even though, I mean, that is a little bit of shade, I like Drew on the show, and I'm glad that she's giving us some new content. I think that she needs to stick in this role that she's in right now on this level, because this is what's going to make her role on this show relevant. And if she can stay in this line of shade where it's factual, but it's also a little shady, it's going to be good for her. So, Drew, I need you to, like, elevate in this level, all right? So, Drew says, if my wig is sliding, please let me know. Now, I need Drew to be careful with this one right here, because we also have seen Basketball Wives when Malaysia let OG know that her wig was like
Yours is coming off. No, it's not. I see it. No.
and that was hilarious. So Drew, when you tell them to let you know that your wig is sliding or stood to the side, because we know Kim Zolciak had her wig shifted, make sure that you tell them to let you know in private or in a respectable way, so that when they tell you that your wig is shifting, that you don't have to be embarrassed by your wig and the way that it looks. So then Portia exposes the fact that Cynthia and Candy were around when they were talking about this wig. Portia's messy for this, but I feel like Portia is giving us charade. She's kind of the bone collector at this point. She's like, listen, girl, I ain't the only one who know about that wig shifting or them talking about this wig, because Candy and Cynthia knew about that wig shifting, and they ain't tell you nothing. And Cynthia, who has been bringing Drew around, so Cynthia probably should have told her that they was talking about that wig shifting. But Cynthia never said nothing because, Cynthia, she's a non-confrontational person, so I understand why Cynthia didn't do it, but it just looks bad when it's on TV. So then Drew says, well, Kenya came with what she came with, and I'm trying to find out if she's talking about the outfit or the hair, because Kenya's hair looked a mess. And I'm going to tell you right now, don't come in my comments talking about Kenya, because I am definitely Team Kenya. And Kenya, to me, I just love Kenya. So I can't sit here and say that I'm going to downplay Kenya, because Kenya, to me, is one of the most beautiful brown-skinned women I've ever seen. And she just gives it to me. And, I hated the whole thing about Nene calling her having bad skin, because Nene don't got that great of a skin either. And they showed that on the last 2 seasons about Nene's skin. But Kenya is very beautiful, and I hate that they do that with her on this show. And the people that are on social media do go along with that as well. But Drew did point out that, she got on this little tracksuit. I think she's talking about the tracksuit, but Kenya's hair was looking terrible, guys. And I'm look. That hair wasn't looking right. And I don't know if that was one of the little rubber band ponytails that she had in, but that hair was not looking great. But Drew said she rocking it well. Now, I don't know if that was shade either, but it was shady to me. Kenya laughs at it, but then she goes to the confessionals. Now, let me talk about this real quick. So, I've seen people praising Kenya about her confessional look, but it just is like so much hair to me. Like, it looks like it weighs her down to me. And I guess, we're in the Black Lives Matter movement. I got a Wakanda shirt. She looked like she's coming from Wakanda. But I want this look to be a little bit more like, this hair looks very heavy to me. Like, I've seen better styles. That's what I'm going to say. It's giving me an anchor on a boat. It's giving me heavy. You get so heavy, baby. It's giving me, it's weighing me down. Drew then dismisses the girls and says, she's hungry, let's go eat. Let's dismiss this conversation. And I think that was the best thing for Drew to do. I can't wait to see the full season. I can't wait to see the full episode, because right now I'm loving Drew, because she's giving us what we need from Housewives of Atlanta. Again, this season has been extremely boring. Let's find out what's going on tomorrow. I'll come back and give you guys another review. Thank you guys for checking out my channel. Again, if you want to join my crew, you know what to do. Go hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. Comment below what you guys think was going to happen on this week's episode. And also, like this video and tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. And I'll see you guys later.